If you're a Nebraska fan and you collect autographs, I suspect you probably do not have a 2022 Matt Jarzinka in your collection. I also don't think you have a 2022 Reggie Ball. I'm pretty sure you probably also don't have the 2022 Jamal Lord. And I'd put money on the fact that you don't have this card, specifically this card, the 2022 Clester Johnson. Now, if you collect Nebraska autograph cards, both of former players and current players, by the way, like Jack Yant and Gabe Irvin, and yes, as I've talked about in prior videos, Anthony Grant, you need to go to OnCardAutos.com. That is OnCardAutos.com. And use promo code Don Collins. Get 25% off your order and a free Casey Thompson. For the month of October, any order will get a free Casey Thompson rookie card using promo code Don Collins at OnCardAutos.com, where you can add these and other really cool former Nebraska and current player Nebraska cards to your collection. Now, I want to segue through Casey Thompson to Mickey Joseph by playing you Casey Thompson talking about Mickey Joseph earlier this week.
Like I said, Mickey Joseph is a big reason why I came here. So I've had a relationship with him for a long time. He's known me since I was a kid. So him and my dad have a really good relationship, really good friends. They've known each other since they went on recruiting trips in college. So I've always felt like that I had that relationship with Mickey.
Now, I start with Casey Thompson talking about Mickey Joseph because I'm going to say it in the comments how I don't know what I'm talking about. Believe me, I've read the comments, both on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and Snapchat and Ding Dong and wherever you're watching my videos. I've seen people say, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just some moron, idiot, Kool-Aid drinker, homer, whatever. And believe me, I've heard many, many times how I don't know what I'm talking about. And this will not be the first time. But before you make the comment about what I don't know, before your fingers start click-clacking, the keyboard warriors among you, either put down your Paps, put down your Jergens in your remote, or whatever you're doing, before you start getting to telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, listen again to Casey Thompson talk about Mickey Joseph.
Like I said, Mickey Joseph is a big reason why I came here. So I've had a relationship with him for a long time. He's known me since I was a kid. So him and my dad have a really good relationship, really good friends. They've known each other since they went on recruiting trips in college. So I've always felt like that I had that relationship with Mickey.
For some of y'all, that's not going to be good enough. You want to tell me, because I've read the comments over and over, Mickey Joseph is probably a good guy, heart's in the right place, probably knows something about coaching, but doesn't have enough experience. We need to see some wins under his belt. Hey, Nebraska fan, I've read. Hey, Nebraska fan, it's just one win against a team that was missing some starters and a team that Nebraska was supposed to beat. Baloney. That's nonsense. After one loss this year, some of the very people tell me that Mickey Joseph is just not made up. He's not the right stuff to be coach. We don't have enough track record on Mickey Joseph. Some of those very same people saying that now are the same people saying after one loss that Nebraska might not win another game for the entire season. Some of the very people saying that Mickey Joseph needs to get some wins, have a winning record, go to a bowl game, win a bowl game, and even that might not be enough. Some of those very same people were the people at the widget factory where you're working, cranking out widgets at the water cooler, telling you and me, Joe Sixpack, saying that, well, Nebraska probably won't win another game this season. And yet now the bar to overcome is winning games, maybe going to a bowl game, and maybe winning the first bowl game in something like 75 years. That is ridiculous. That is insane. Especially when you look at what people said about Scott Frost back in 2018. A couple articles I want to show you real quick. This is from the Daily Nebraskan from July of 2018. With the football program coming off its worst record since 1961 and showing no signs of getting better, a change was imminent inside Memorial Stadium last November. Sound familiar? That's what we heard in 2022 about, again, Scott Frost. Article says, so far, Frost has been honest regarding expectations for the upcoming season. He said that rebuilding Nebraska will be a process. Going into his debut season, I love this from this article, going into his debut season about Scott Frost, expectations are still cloudy. Really? Still cloudy going into the season? From a guy that was 13-0 the year before at UCF? Still cloudy? In October of 2018, after going 0-6, in the Star Tribune, Jay Foreman, former Husker, said, there's nobody pushing the panic button. Wait, hold on. Let me read that again. No one pushing the panic button. After an 0-6 start, ironically, before this article, losing to Northwestern, Nebraska did. Article says, hiring a coach, no matter how popular, doesn't guarantee overnight success. You can go back and find article after article about this. And you can find people talking about Scott Frost and excusing everything from game 1 all the way to game 50 or whatever it was when he lost. And some of y'all talking about Mickey Joseph needing to have some wins under his belt before we jump the gun and make him the official coach. Some of y'all don't remember the way people were slobbering the knob of Scott Frost before he stepped foot on campus. Some of y'all have forgotten all the glowing reviews before even game number 1 of what was going to happen, and all the excuses about what was actually happening on the field and why we should give it time. If Scott Frost got to go 0-6 to start his career at Nebraska, and then get 4+ years as coach, taking the team again into the worst record since 1961, after that was the starting point he had back in 2018. If Nebraska fans and if the administration and the media gave him a pass for 4+ seasons of abject failure, some of y'all need to come correct and give Mickey Joseph more than just whether or not he wins a couple games to end the season. And if you think that Mickey Joseph needs to cross a different bar than Scott Frost had to cross, then you have another reason for not wanting Mickey Joseph to be coach. And that's probably for another video and another channel, why some of y'all keep using code words like he's a nice guy, his heart's in the right place, but he doesn't have enough experience. Mickey Joseph is the right man for the job in Lincoln in 2022. If he does not get a head coaching job, or does not keep the head coaching job at the end of the season, it cannot be because of wins and losses. That was not and never has been the litmus test for any interim coach. He's taking over a program that most of you wrote off after the first loss to Northwestern. Give Mickey Joseph at least as much as you gave Scott Frost in year number 1. And before I go, I want to remind you that if you're a Nebraska fan and you collect autograph cards of current and former players like, for example, Anthony Grant, current star running back, or stars from the past like Lester Johnson, go to OnCardAutos.com, use promo code Don Collins, and get 25% off of any order in the entire month of October and a free Casey Thompson rookie card. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.